We all want to live in a beautiful physical state. Now, me and my girlfriend, Melissa, or is it my girlfriend and I? What is it? Proper grammar? I don't know. Did I miss that? Me and Melissa went to Tony Robbins a couple weeks ago, and we learned how to change our physical state. And I promise you, if you do what I'm going to tell you right now in 2017, you are going to love your life. I promise, right? Were we baptized and 4 days, 12 hours a day, we were baptized into changing our physical state. And so that's what I'm going to teach you today, because I promise you, I bet you there's not one person in this room that is doing what I'm going to teach you right now, okay? So, how many of you, when you wake up in the morning, you hit the snooze button, you look at it, you can barely see it, go back to sleep, do it again and again and again, and then you miss your first morning's meeting because you never got the real one, okay? Does that ever happen? Okay, tomorrow, this is what you're all going to do. Okay, can I get, what is it? Scouts honor, where you guys will do this tomorrow? Okay, I'm challenging you. Are you guys ready for this challenge? Okay, perfect. When you wake up tomorrow, okay, jump out of bed. Just physically sit in bed. This is my made-up stuff. This is not Tony Robbins. Don't think he's teaching this, okay? This is stuff that I'm modifying. All right, I want you to say, yes, yes, yes. I am so grateful to be alive. I can't believe I get another day on this planet. Do you know how many people die a day that would kill to have another shot at life? Okay, so that's the first thing. You get up out of bed and then you make your move. My move is yes, okay? And then you walk to the mirror and you look in the mirror and you're like, I'm too sexy for this day. Like, I don't even know if this day is going to be able to handle me. Does that sound good? I mean, can you guys do that tomorrow? Can you commit to doing that tomorrow? Will you tell Dave how sexy he is in the morning? Will you tell Katie how sexy they are? Okay, perfect. Brendan, Chris, will you guys commit to that? Okay, awesome. And then another thing that I've been doing is jumping jacks. So right when you get out of bed, 10 jumping jacks. And then, I forgot the best part. This is hilarious. You sit on the pot, okay? And do whatever you want to do there. But I've learned about these breathing techniques that really are key to your health. So this is going to look funny and sound funny, but I'm just going to demonstrate so you do it. And you're going to do 3 sets of 3, okay? And this is what you do. Okay? 3 sets of 30. I'm sorry, 3 sets of 30. We're going to start our breathing. And then also when you breathe, I want you to breathe in courage, exhale fear. Breathe in courage, exhale fear. Okay? Pretty simple? Yeah, that's what Tony taught you. Like, well, actually, you know what? Yeah. It's believe me, it's been an interesting morning ritual that I've been doing. But it'll change your state. That's the whole goal. We are trying to change your physical state. Okay? Now, a few other things I want you to change your physical state. Physical acknowledgement. How many of you guys give yourself high fives? Like, do you ever physically give yourself a high five? Okay, do it, Dad. I want you to start giving yourself a physically high five. I love high-fiving strangers. I promise you, if you adopt this one thing, your life will be crazy awesome next year. Last week, I high-fived 3 strangers at the gym. And one time, it was at night, and we couldn't really see what the other person looked like. So the next day, he comes to me at the gym, and he's like, hey, did you high-five me last night? I said, yeah. And he's like, oh, and I said, you freaking rock. And he's like, oh, okay. But I made 3 friends, and the last couple days, we've been acknowledging each other and saying hi at the gym. It's been so awesome. High-fiving people changes their physical state. I flew to, where'd we go out, Sally? Where did we just get home from? We just went to LA on Sunday, and I high-fived the guy. I was getting off of the terminal, and he's looking at me like he has the sign up for the wheelchair. He's got someone for a wheelchair, and I high-five him, and he's like, what is she doing? But then he high-fived me, and it put a smile on his face. It put a smile on my face. So high-five strangers. I promise you it will help create miracles. You could have 365 new friends next year if you just adopted that one habit. And I want you to pat yourself on the back when you do something good. Are you guys doing that? I also want you to power pose. How many of you guys stand in your meetings like this? Walk into a room and say, hey, I'm here. You ready for me? This is going to be an awesome meeting. Power pose is good. Like, it creates a different physical state. And of course, we need to shake our booty. Don't you guys just want to dance when you hear Bruno Mars song, Melissa? Luce, do you want to come up and dance with me? Woo! I mean, this makes me happy, Chris. Woo! Shake your booty. Woo! Okay, awesome. Okay, Mom, do you shake your booty? My mom does. She's actually amazing. She's in a dance class. She's 72 years old, and she rocks it because does shaking your booty bring you into a different physical state? Does it make you happier when you're out doing your dance moves and performing?
You can still move it.
Yeah. Yeah, awesome. So it's so important that we change our state because our whole life is based on our body, our emotions, everything. It kind of comes from how we're feeling here. So exercise is super important. Definitely we want to do that. And then the language that we use changes our physical state. Everybody knows the words you put after I am will always come about. So every night before I go to sleep, I got some awesome ones. I am beautiful. I am worthy. I'm enough. I am loved. I am an awesome sister. I'm an awesome aunt. I am a rock star. Like I literally do every night before I go to bed, I have to do my I am statements because I need somebody to be giving me that pep talk. Whatever you talk about, you will create. It is so important. If you say that you're tired, you're going to be more tired. Last week I was coming home from church and I was giving someone a ride and I was about to say, and then I didn't say it because did I want to feel more tired in that moment? No, and whatever you say you will create. And I promise this is too much information, but I'm gonna share it anyway. So Melissa knows about this story, but probably, and Becca and Patty, I think you guys know this story. So 2 years ago, I have to get 11 celebrities for this event, and it's hard because I don't pay celebrities anything. And I'm like, I have to pull a miracle out of my butt to get these celebrities. So do you know how my butt felt? Do you know how it would feel to pull a miracle out of your butt? Those words created that pain. I'm telling you, whatever you say, you will create in your physical state. So I want you to be so careful in the words that you use. I promise it makes a difference. And I'm so excited to talk to you about the language of little Nate's mom. Nate was born with mitochondrial disease. He's 7 years old today. Probably one of my most favorite human beings on the planet. Sally and Brian work with me, and Cynthia, and Jen, and anyone else from work, and Steph. So they all know Nate. And Nate's just this incredible kid. Mitochondrial disease, it affects your mitochondria and it just kind of affects his organs. So he has to have oxygen. He also has a gastric thing right here to make his stomach work. And his mother spoke these words right before his first birthday. Lord, if it is your will to take Nathan home, please don't let him suffer. Please make it quick, but if it is your will for him to live longer, make his life a shining light in the lives of everyone he meets. And I have to tell you, Nate has been working with so many of the celebrities that I work with, and he has brought so much light to everyone around him. A couple of months ago, he was invited to go to Jimmy Kimmel's show, and we couldn't sit out in the audience because Bernie Sanders was the guest that night, and Nate is very political and he doesn't like Bernie Sanders. But actually he was too young, so we sat in the control room, and afterwards Jimmy invited us to go into his office with him, and Jimmy gave us 15 minutes of his time, and all Nate did was crack jokes. And then he said, Jimmy, I've got some really great, brilliant ideas for your show. So Jimmy literally jumps up, walks to his desk, gets his notepad, and starts writing down Nate's ideas. And Nate's like, I really think instead of doing a lie detector test, you should do a love detector test. And I think you should ask people if they like Donald Trump. Now, this was before Donald Trump was going to be president. And the other one was Justin Bieber. And who was the third one? I can't remember. But Nate uses a sense of humor to change everything in his physical state. We have to lighten up. Seriously, we got to make fun of ourselves. We have to use language that makes us feel good.